Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today is Wednesday, 10th October 2018. So we start with our prayers. Narayanam namaskritya Naram chaiva narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatya Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakatha Dhamadaya Nagar Gramatarine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are reading from the 8th Canto. Today we start the new chapter, chapter number 14. So we'll just chant one shloka. Shri Rajo Vacha Manavantare Bhagavan Yatha Manva Adayas Tavame Tvame Yasmin Karmani Yena Niyukta Astad Vadasvame Shri Raja Uvacha. King Parikshit said, Manavantareshu, in the reign of each Manu, Bhagavan, O great sage, Yatha, as Manu Adayah, the Manus and others, to, but, Ime, these, Yasmin, in which, Karmani, activities, Ye, which persons, Yena, by whom, Niyuktaha, appointed, Tat, that, Vadasva, kindly describe, me, to me. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Krishna. Maharaj Parikshit inquired, O most opulent Sukdev Goswami, please explain to me how Manu and the others in each Manvantaras are engaged in their respective duties and by whose order they are so engaged.
So we'll read the translations. Haruna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, kids and Sonali are not here.
Okay.
Sukdev Goswami said, the Manus, the son of Manu.
Loudly, please. Loudly, please. It's very, very feeble.
Sorry, is it okay now?
Yeah.
Sukdev Goswami said, the Manus, the sons of Manu, the great sages, the Indras, and all the Devatas, O King, are appointed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his various incarnations such as Yagna.
Navya,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
O King, I have already described to you various incarnations of the Lord such as Yagna. The Manus and others are chosen by these incarnations, under whose direction they conduct the universal affairs. Navya is not here, Prabhuji.
Okay. Nitya,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
At the end of every 4 yugas, the great saintly persons, upon seeing that the eternal occupational duties of mankind have been misused, re-establish the principles of religion.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thereafter, O King, the Manus, being fully engaged according to the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, directly establish the principles of occupational duty in its full 4 parts. 6.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
To enjoy the results of sacrifices, yagnas, the rulers of the world, namely the sons and guardians of grandsons of Manu, discharge the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead until the end of the Manu. The Devatas also share the results of these sacrifices.
Indra. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Indra, king of heaven, receiving benedictions from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus enjoying highly developed opulences, maintains the living entities all over the 3 worlds by pouring sufficient rain on all the planets.
Xavier Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
In every yuga, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, assumes the form of Siddhas, such as Sanaka, to preach transcendental knowledge. He assumes the form of great saintly persons, such as Yajna Vakya, to teach the way of karma. And he assumes the form of great yogis, such as Dattatreya, to teach the system of mystic yoga.
Mathura Lileshwari.
In the form of Prajapati Marichi, the Supreme Personality of Godhead creates progeny. Becoming the king, he kills the thieves and rogues, and in the form of time, he annihilates everything. All the different qualities of material existence should be understood to be qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Your mother is there?
She's already sleeping.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Hanishk.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hanishk is
Hare Krishna. Okay, no problem.
So people in general are bewildered by the illusory energy, and therefore they try to find the absolute truth. the Supreme Personality of Godhead through various types of research and philosophical speculation. Nonetheless, they are unable to see the Supreme.
Anybody else with that? In one kalpa or one day of Brahma, there take place the many changes called vikalpas. O king, all of these have been previously described to you by me. Learned scholars who know the past, present, and future have ascertained that in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. So this is one of the very, very small, maybe smallest so far chapters, because already things have been described. So I'll just try to go through. We already gone through the names and everything of all the Manus, their children, their wives, the various Indras during each Manu's time. So pretty much we have covered everything. But this chapter just summarizes that sort of. So we saw that there is a different Indra during each Manu's time. There is a different presiding representative of Krishna. And then there are different Sapta Rishis. So like that, there's some names are thrown here, Marichi and Dattatreya and so on. But overall, we should understand that this is how the Brahma's one day passes. 14 Manus, each ruling for 70 odd years. 70 odd Mahayugas, sorry, not years. 70 odd Mahayugas. So it's a very, very long period, and that's why we are not able to comprehend that. We think that what is this going on? How can that be? Because even in our own life, we see that somebody living for 100 years, let us say, that's a huge thing. Recently, my grandmother passed away at the age of 105, and our whole family was amazed, and everybody else. I remember when I put it in a Facebook page, and all the devotees were expressing how wonderful she is. Of course, one good thing about her was that she never ever gave up her devotional service. Even till the last date, also she was holding the mala and like that, trying to hold the mala, because of course 105 years is not a joke. But the point is that this is such a short period, and then this Manu's periods are so long. And as we saw here, one interesting thing came out, that each Manu has a text of the rules of how to live. Manu Samhita. Samhita in Sanskrit means text. The text of the Vedas are called Samhita. So whatever Manu wrote down or got it written or whatever, whichever way because different technology they will be using for that. The thing is that it was all recorded and given to the human beings through the sages and so on. So each one of them had to sort of rewrite, because the periods were different. Even the same Manu's period, for example, there are these 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, right? And so now people are having different consciousness, different propensities, different attitudes, different aptitudes, so on and so forth. So for them, he has to prepare in such a way that almost everybody is covered. Nobody can claim that this law is not for me, or you did not bother about me, so why should I follow your law? Of course, now for political reasons, some people have started saying that, oh, we don't follow this. They are saying all the problems are because of the law. It cannot be, because these are all time-tested laws, just not for some 50 years, 60 years, 10 years. And like as I said, He has to 7 Mahayugas, 7,000 7 Mahayugas. So yeah. So you can imagine. Sorry, how much? 70 Mahayugas. 70 Mahayugas. I mean, you always get confused with these calculations. 70 Mahayuga. Each Mahayuga is 4.3 million years multiplied by 70. So that many years one Manu is there. So he has to write the law which will apply all over the place to all this period. It's a tough job. But Krishna chooses such a person to be Manu who is qualified. Like every person who wants to the post of Indra has to be qualified. Every person who wants the post of Brahma has to be qualified. Saptarishis has to be qualified. So Krishna, of course, here it says that Krishna uses time to punish the miscreants. Time is the biggest factor, right? So Prabhupada says in his commentary that we can argue that if Krishna is all powerful, he can do anything by his will, Like he says that at one point he says that just by raising his eyebrow, he can finish the entire creation. So why there are so many personalities to manage? There's so many we can see. I mean, we were getting little tired reading the names one after the other. So the answer to that is given also by Prabhupada in his commentary. He says that those who are under the influence of Maya cannot understand this. For them, it's a bewildering thing. How this is there, why people are suffering, why God cannot take care of them, all that, But those who are devotees, those who understand the law of God, they know that everything is for a purpose. I mean, you imagine the appendix in the body is also for a purpose. Generally, that the first thing to get out of your body is appendix, right? They say, okay, this is a useless thing. The name itself is given appendix. But it has a value. And now the scientists and the doctors and all, they have started saying that, yes, there is a value to that. The same way, he wants to engage his servants, his associates into various services. These are all servants of Krishna. They're all serving Krishna. So Krishna takes care of them in terms of giving them proper service, utilizing their services, giving them an opportunity to serve, because that's the system. That's the process of getting away from all this. Okay. So we'll stop here. And if you have any questions or comments, we can take it up. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
you explained that, but in the shloka translation, it says that at the end of Manu's time, the whole system is kind of getting deteriorated, or that kind of word.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why every new Manu has to again re-establish the rules.
And this has been kind of cyclic. So
yeah.
So every time, there is
because again, what happens is it's like this. Let me give an example to make you understand that. See, there's a thing called Rotary International. I hope everybody's heard about it. So in Rotary International, they have a book of laws. That's for everybody. And then every year, without fail, all the office bearers, from the international chairman to the club secretary or treasurer or whoever it is, everybody has to change. They have to give up their position in 1 year. And then again, it's a routine thing. Every year that will happen. Every year, the people who have to take up the charge, they are told 6 to 8 months in advance that, okay, you are going to be the next leader. So but they have to go through the training. And the point I'm trying to make is that when they take over, all the law books are there, everything is there, but they come out with their own ideas, because they have learned from the previous problems, and even if the law is there, if it's not properly implemented and so on, or there is some loophole, so every year this person is gone for training, and then when he's the office bearer, then he forms his own additional rules, sort of, or he dilutes some rules, because sometimes they find out that the rule is too strict, cannot be implemented. So like that, so all depends on the personalities. So all these Manus are also personalities. That's why you see that in different Manus time, different kinds of problems happen. So that's not cyclic. Again, in the next Mahayuga, let's say there is a Manu who's taking care of one cycle. In the next cycle, Krishna may use some different technology for giving the mantras, Vedas to Brahma, or some system may change. So every time what happens, the principle remains same, the details can be different. And that's why the different rules are required.
Okay.
And again, we must also understand that these Manus are also in the material world. So it's not a perfection. Only Krishna's law is perfect. Does it make some sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah, so that's how it is required, to be done again, and they get an opportunity. Otherwise, if everything is there, so why am I there? What am I supposed to do? Just follow. Then what kind of leader am I? That's why they have, every time they have a mission statement and a vision plan, and you see that every time a prime minister or president comes, he gives a speech, vision speech. I remember even in Rotary, I remember when we are installed, and then the president was just being installed, he gives his vision speech that this year I'm going to do this. I will implement this law better. I will be little liberal on this law, like that, Okay. So any other question, comment? Okay then. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow with a new chapter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, your sitting place is very nice.
This just, I don't know. I was just thinking why I did not think about this.
Yeah, it's very nice. Like, we could see Radha Shamsundar.
And your deities are so beautiful, Prabhuji.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are our life. So I thought,
so beautiful. Especially Mataji, how she is dressing her beautifully. Our glories to Mataji.
I will get you their darshan, close darshan, 1 minute. Just hold with me.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Just have darshan of Radha Shamsundar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
This is a curtain raiser for you, because this is what will be there in the morning, Aarti time.
Okay.
So we are all very fortunate to have darshan before anybody else sees.
The jewelry is also so beautiful, Prabhuji. So beautiful. I'm so fond of your deities.
We are more fond than anybody else.
I agree. I agree, Prabhu.
Especially Deepti,
Yeah.
because
I have some small, one very small gift for your deities. I will give it to Radhika Prabhuji when I will go back to India.
okay,
I
no
have.
problem. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Bol. Welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today is